Somebody recently consulted me to understand how to manage emotions and accountability in a workplace environment. Here is what I suggested. Now let's understand that from an example. Let's say I am a person who has applied for a position called X in a company called A. After my application, I waited for a few days, and in between this period I was very excited that at least I could apply for this job role, because there were a lot of requirements in terms of education, in terms of certifications, that not everybody is going to meet. So I was very fortunate to meet all the requirements. After a few days, again, like I said, I was fortunate enough, I got through this opportunity. And let's say on 5th of April, I was given a date as 5th of April to join. So on 5th when I joined, I was very happy after looking at the people around me and the process that I was interviewed for. I found it very easy to work around. So April 6th, my first day at work, when I actually met my team members, I realized that the aura, the environment, the vibe wasn't that positive as I expected it to be. And that is where my emotion was such that I was feeling that, did I make a wrong decision? Am I at the right place? I started feeling that, is my decision incorrect to join this organization and continue further? Should I be leaving this company right now or not? Because it's never too late. So that's the kind of emotion that erupted. Like I said, emotions are no general in nature. They're random in nature, and they erupt because of the experiences around us. Now, after a few days, I thought, no, let's give it a few days. Let's see, how this works. So I tried to stay there for about a week's time. In a week, my emotional state again changed from negative to positive, because I met other team members and they were very positive. Their aura was very positive. Their vibe was very positive. That changed my complete thought process. Now, because I had positivity in my thought processes, my actions and behaviors were positive. And when my actions and behaviors were positive, I was able to perform the duties I was hired for. In a nutshell, I was able to meet the accountability I was given. So, what is happening here? Emotions are driving my accountability. If I am emotionally not happy, if I am not connected to the organization I am working with, if I am not connected to the process I am working with, if I am not connected to the outcome that is expected out of me, I will not be able to perform at my 100%. More often than not, when we conduct performance reviews, we talk about what went well and what could have been better. Earlier, we were doing start, stop, and continue. Do we talk about emotions in a performance review? In most of the cases, the answer is no. Because the performance reviews are driven by numbers. They're driven by the KPIs, the measures, to understand whether the task given to me was performed in time with the complete accuracy or not. But who is asking this question, that are you emotionally connected to the work you're doing? Are you happy doing this work? Or is there something that you want to do something else that would make you happy? These questions are not usually asked in a performance review. This is one way of looking at it. The other way is that when you talk about performance reviews, they happen at a particular period of time. So when I say particular period, I'm talking about whether performance review is going to happen on a quarterly basis or a monthly basis or a biannual or an annually basis. The period is defined. Now let's say my emotional state has changed from week 1 to week 2 of my joining. You as a leader, you as a team manager, should you be waiting for a performance review to happen and then ask me that question, and how am I emotionally connected? Again, like I said, the answer is a no. To act on emotions is something that you should be ready with at all times. If you are in a leadership position, you should be able to connect with your team members emotionally at the time when they need it. You don't have to make them wait for your performance review to happen. Your availability for them would help them to connect with you emotionally. And when you are available for them, when you are connected with them emotionally, they will be able to perform their accountability at their 100%. So like we do performance reviews, I would recommend doing a emotional check review or an emotional review for that matter, and just talk about the emotions. One of the best way to check emotions is that you can ask this question that, do you feel enthusiastic every morning to get up and attend this morning meeting or the call or come to the office? If the enthusiasm is there to connect to that work environment on a daily basis, where it usually becomes monotonous for a lot of people. But if this person you're talking to, if the answer to this question is a yes, which means that the emotional state of this person for your workplace environment is rightly placed. And if the answer is a no, I'm sure you know what to do. So I thought of sharing this small tip with you today. I am open to suggestions, your ideas, your thoughts on this topic. If you have any thoughts, any ideas, please use the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for giving your time. Thank you for watching the video.